Greetings and salutations. Welcome back everyone to Intercosmic.Comics. My name is Colby Cheese. This is the only place where you can be able to get all your comic information in one spot. Let's quit with all this talking and let's jump right into the pages. We are going to kick off today's episode with iconic covers. These are covers that you need to add to your PC collection. Starting off this list is going to be Marvel Superheroes number 20. This is a very iconic cover that features Doom plastered right there on the front. This is something that everybody needs in their PC. Next is going to be Fantastic Four 112. This is another fantastic cover, the battle between the Thing and the Hulk. You gotta add this to your collection. Next we have Daredevil 188. This is a Frank Miller cover. Now this book is usually hard to find in high grades because of that crisp black edge. But if you can definitely find one, secure this beauty. One of my all-time favorite covers, Amazing Spider-Man number 55. You got this Dr. Octavius cover. This is iconic ASM, and if you were a collector of Amazing Spider-Man, this is definitely one you need to add to your collection today. Captain America 230. Now this is an iconic cover, one that usually does not pop up very much. There are other ones that totally overshadow this, but you gotta have this one in your collection, especially if you want the Hulk laying the smackdown on Captain America. And to finish off our list is going to be Batman number 9. This is an iconic cover by Jack Burnley. Now this book in a high grade will set you back roughly $20,000. And this is the part of the show where we do the $20 keys. All of these books will be a very high grade for only $20. And to start off the list is going to be Showcase 97. This is First Solo Power Girl. I mean, come on, $20 high grade. You need this. Next will be Web of Spider-Man number 36. This is first appearance of Tombstone. Up next is Spider-Gwen 2 number 19. This is the first appearance of the symbiote that later goes on to bind with Spider-Gwen to become Gwenom. Next will be Spawn number 9. This book has a boatload of first appearances. If you can score this book in a high grade, $20, you're stealing it. The New Teen Titans 21. This is another book that is loaded with first appearances. And the final book to finish this list is going to be Amazing Spider-Man 346, Eric Larson cover. I mean, come on, look at this. Why would you not spend $20 on a high grade? Now it is time for my pre-code horror pick of the week. This episode, I'm going to choose Crime Suspense Stories number 23. This book was published in 1954. A low grade will cost you roughly around $300, while a mid grade roughly around $800, and a high grade around $2,500. All of the books that I'm about to list contain first appearances for 2024 so far. Star Wars The High Republic Shadows of Starlight number 4. Vengeance of Moon Knight number 1. Spider-Man 2099 number 1. Star Wars Darth Vader 42. Cable number 1. Avengers Twilight number 1. Punisher number 3. Spider-Boy number 3. Star Wars Mace Windu number 1. Star Wars High Republic Adventures number 3. Spider-Boy number 4. Edge of Spider-Verse number 1. So we're going to talk about Batman real quick. Let's bring up a list on him real fast. We can jump over to a Detective Comics number 26, which has the preview for the first Batman. A high grade in that book will roughly cost you around $12,000, while a Detective Comics number 27, which is first appearance of the Batman, a high grade roughly around $2.2 million. Now, if we jump over to Action Comics number 12, this has the advertisement for Detective Comics number 27, which is Batman's first appearance. This book in a high grade will be roughly around $52,000. And if you're lucky enough to be able to find a Detective Comics number 28, which is the second appearance of the Batman, one of those will roughly cost you around $98,000. But what is even crazier, if we jump over to Detective Comics number 29, check this out. This is the third appearance of Batman, second cover appearance of Batman. That book in a high grade is $245,000. Today, I want to go over some Bronze Age keys that just seem to never slow down. These books have had momentum, they're always on fire, and they just seem to increase. Let's go over those real quick. House of Secrets 92, First Appearance of Swamp Thing. This is one book since I've been collecting, which has been years. This book has never lost momentum. It has continuously grown and grown and grown. I think this is one of those books that you will never miss on. Even if you pick up a destroyed copy, you're still going to make something. So our next book on the list is going to be Marvel Spotlight number 5. This is the first appearance of the Ghost Rider. This book is still fairly pricey, but relatively cheap for some of those major Grail first appearances. And in my opinion, the Ghost Rider is a Grail first appearance. Next will be Tomb of Dracula number 10, the first appearance of Blade. Now, this book has always had traction and consistently went up. I really think this is one of those sleeper grails that not a lot of people think about. It's always overshadowed by a Hulk 181 or a Giant Size X-Men number 1. Amazing Spider-Man 129, the first appearance of the Punisher. This is one book that has never slowed down. Like, there's been like a little bit of a plateau, but this book has always gained momentum, and I really think it's something that a lot of people need to grab up while you still have a chance before it is astronomical. And we were speaking of this book just a moment ago, Hulk 181. This is a guaranteed surefire thing. It's the first appearance of Wolverine. Whenever somebody goes into the comic book shop, they're like, where's the secret stash of the Hulk 181s at? This is something that people have slept on for years. I remember whenever you could be able to get a low grade with the Marvel value stamp for roughly $750, $800. Yes, that was a lower grade, but now those are like $1,100, $1,200. Even without the stamp, sometimes you're paying at least $1,000 for a Hulk 181. So yes, without the stamp, I still think it's a good pickup. With the stamp, hell yes it is. You need to grab a Hulk 181, even if we have to mortgage the children. And my Amazing Spider-Man pick of the week is going to be ASM number 8. This is first appearance of the Living Brain. Also, it is the first battle of Spider-Man and the Human Torch. This ASM, for being under number 10, is very affordable. Low grades are usually $150. Mid grades are usually around $500. And while the high grades usually hit around $2,000. This is actually my favorite part of the show. Silver Age comic books. I could live in 12-cent land all day long. Some of these books that I'm going to talk about will be an astronomical price, and if I do list them, yes, they will be in the high grade for that price. So, yeah, just be aware of a little bit of jaw-dropping numbers. So number 1, we're going to start off with Fantastic Four. Number 1, of course, first appearance of the Fantastic Four. High grades in this book will roughly cost you around $200,000. Next will be Incredible Hulk number 1, first appearance of the Hulk. High grades in this book will cost you, over $200,000. Low grades, somewhere under $10,000. Journey into Mystery 83, the first appearance of Thor. This book will roughly cost you about $85,000 in a high grade. Amazing Fantasy 15, the first appearance of the Spider-Man. High grades in this book are pushing around $700,000. Journey into Mystery 85, the first appearance of Loki. This book in a high grade will cost you roughly around $15,000. Tales of Suspense 39, the first appearance of Iron Man. A high grade in this book will cost you roughly around $40,000. Tales to Astonish number 44, the first appearance of the Wasp. A high grade in this book will only cost you roughly around $8,000. And we're going to wrap up this list with Strange Tales 110. This is the first appearance of Doctor Strange. A high grade in this book will cost you roughly around $28,000. Thank you for making it to the end of the show. I graciously appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe. And you know what? I will see you in the pages next time.